The woman was so busy arguing with her daughter while driving that she wasn't watching the road at all. The next second, she got into an accident due to her distraction.
I'm so sorry. It was totally my fault.
You okay? Are your kids okay?
Well, other than needing an attitude adjustment, they're fine.
Looking at the dented car bumper, the woman instantly felt a surge of anger. However, what she never expected was that the other driver not only didn't ask her for compensation, but actively offered to help repair her car for free.
I can't ask you to do that.
You didn't. I offered.
But the condition the man proposed was that the woman needed to invite him to her house for a glass of water. Seeing that the man didn't look like a bad person, she agreed without overthinking it. But her daughter Missy found it incredible that her mother would so easily agree to a stranger's request.
You're letting him follow us home?
Although Miranda knew in her heart that it wasn't appropriate for a widow to bring a strange man home, she had no other choice at that moment. As a single mother raising 3 children alone, her life was already incredibly difficult. The huge compensation costs this accident might bring would undoubtedly make their already terrible lives even worse. In her view, agreeing to the man's offer was the only way to get through this crisis. Soon, they arrived at Miranda's home. To dispel her concerns once again, the man stepped forward to introduce himself to them.
Bray Johnson.
Miranda Wells.
However, Missy still had lingering fears about Bray's identity. While they were talking, she noticed a strange symbol on Bray's truck, so she asked about it without hesitation.
What's the V stand for?
V? Oh, Vanderbilt. I teach engineering up there.
Immediately after, Missy rushed back into the house without saying a word. While Bray was fixing the car, she looked up his information online. It turned out Bray really hadn't lied. He was not only a university professor, but also an internationally renowned engineer. Only then did the mother and daughter finally let their guard down. But just as they were discussing what to have for dinner, Miranda was surprised to discover a strange phenomenon. Her son Greg seemed to be getting along very harmoniously with this stranger. Since her husband passed away unexpectedly, she had rarely seen Greg do anything with such enthusiasm. This stirred an indescribable emotion in Miranda's heart. But things didn't go as planned. Just as they fixed the car, it suddenly started raining heavily. Seeing this, Miranda invited Bray inside to take shelter. After entering the house, Bray realized their life was even harder than he had imagined. Because they had no money to hire workers to repair the house, the roof would leak every time it rained. Everyone in the family had to grab pots and pans to catch the water everywhere. What was even more heart-wrenching was that the children might have to go hungry all night, and everyone felt very depressed about their current life. To encourage the children to maintain a positive attitude towards life, Bray took a magnet from the refrigerator, then took out a paperclip and placed it on the table, slowly moving the magnet close to the paperclip. He told the children that everyone has a powerful potential, and this energy is like a magnetic field. Although we can't see it, it truly exists.
Okay, so this is me thinking about pizza.
I like when the cheese is so melted and gooey.
And what about you?
Pepperoni and sausage.
Ooh, and stuffed crust. That's what makes it.
Just as they were talking and laughing, there was a sudden rapid knock on the door. Miranda opened the door to find a delivery guy with the pizza everyone liked. The children all showed shocked expressions upon hearing this. Miranda looked at Bray incredulously, but Bray smiled and explained that this was just the result of everyone's wishes coming true and had nothing to do with him. Little did they know, someone else had actually ordered the takeout. But regardless, tonight's dinner was finally settled. To thank Bray for his generosity, Miranda invited him to have dinner with her family. Strangely, during the meal, Bray seemed to hit it off with everyone immediately, talking freely and not acting like a stranger at all. He seemed to know the family's situation like the back of his hand. What surprised them even more was the indescribable tacit understanding he had with Miranda.
You guys are funny.
However, Miranda didn't pay much attention to Missy's words. She just politely walked Bray to the door and expressed her gratitude to him again.
It was a pleasure running into you.
You have quite a family.
Thanks.
At this moment, Bray seemed to have something to say, but stopped himself.
I meant to say something earlier, but the timing just seemed...
Spider! I want to
to my life.
After wishing each other good night, Bray prepared to drive back to the motel in town. But he stopped when passing the mailbox at the gate. Gazing at the mailbox from his car, and after hesitating again and again, he picked up a file folder from the car. He wrote a paragraph on it with a pen, and then braved the heavy rain to put it into that mailbox. He thought this was the most appropriate way to handle the matter. But unexpectedly, late at night, a sudden typhoon swept through the entire town. The next morning, Bray planned to leave, but because he was worried, he came to Miranda's house again, only to find that the mailbox had indeed been blown away by the strong wind. Helpless, he had to find Miranda again, wanting to explain that matter face to face. But obviously he had already missed the best opportunity. Because last night's typhoon was too fierce, the roof of their kitchen was smashed open by a fallen tree. Now, Miranda was completely desperate about her life. They needed to spend a whopping $10,000 in repair costs, and they couldn't come up with this money right now. The family was essentially about to be homeless. To help Miranda pull herself together, Bray had to put that matter aside for now. He once again actively offered to help fix the roof, requiring Miranda to pay only $500 for materials.
500.
Materials.
Why are you helping me?
Oh, because I can.
Okay. You're hired.
To settle the children who had nowhere to go, Miranda decided to send them to stay at their grandma's house for a while. After they left, Bray moved tools from his truck and prepared to start the repair work. He first moved the wet furniture out of the house to dry and cleared the broken branches inside. Everything seemed to be progressing smoothly. But just as he was clearing the broken wood on the roof, a luxury car drove slowly from not far away. Bray didn't notice it at all. Then a man got out of the car. He was Miranda's boss, Tucker, and also one of her suitors. Since Miranda's husband passed away, he had been silently taking care of their family. The pizza last night was actually ordered by him for the children. At first, Tucker thought Bray was a repairman hired by Miranda, but when he learned that Bray was just helping for free, he immediately became wary of him.
You're not licensed.
No, I'm just lending a hand.
I wish Miranda had checked with me. I would have paid to hire a real roofer. No offense.
Yeah, none taken.
Then they all expressed sympathy for Miranda's misfortune and praised her character endlessly. But just after Miranda sent the children to her mother-in-law Bobby's house and settled them down, Bobby advised her to sell the house to relieve the financial pressure. Miranda refused without a second thought, because this house was the labor of love she and her husband had poured themselves into. It held too many memories, and no matter how difficult life became, she would grit her teeth and hold on. Fortunately, she soon received good news from Bray. The house repair work was progressing smoothly and would be completely finished in 2 days. This small comfort brought a trace of warmth to Miranda's heart. She began to develop a subtle affection for this optimistic and capable man. She couldn't help but open her heart to him, pouring out the difficulties and hardships of her life, because she could always find her husband's shadow in Bray from time to time. Finally, under Bray's unremitting efforts and careful work, the small house took on a new look, and the hole in the roof was designed into a skylight. When the children stepped into the room for the first time, they were all stunned by this ingenious design. Just as Bray was about to leave, Miranda chased after him. She handed the $500 for materials to Bray and expressed her gratitude for his help. But at the same time, she still had great confusion in her heart.
I still don't understand why you helped us.
Bray thought this would be the best time to confess the truth to Miranda. But just as he was about to speak, Bobby suddenly walked out of the house. It turned out Tucker had called to invite them to the opening ceremony of his new restaurant. Miranda went up to pursue the question just now after hanging up the phone. But seeing Bobby standing aside refusing to leave, Bray swallowed the words that were on the tip of his tongue. However, it was precisely because of this decision that he would pay a painful price in the future. Miranda also thought that the life ahead could be a little calmer, but she didn't expect that while Tucker was ostensibly inviting everyone to the opening ceremony, he actually wanted to take this opportunity to propose to her.
Miranda Wells, will you marry me?
Perhaps she didn't want her boss to lose face in front of everyone, or perhaps the huge pressure of life forced her to compromise with reality.
Yes!
After all, at her age, with 3 children in tow, how could she possibly expect to find love again? She was already satisfied if she could let the children live a stable life, but the children seemed surprised by her decision. Moreover, after the dinner, Grandma suggested that Miranda go to Tucker's house for the night. Seeing that their mother didn't object, the children couldn't say anything more. However, early the next morning, seeing that Miranda still hadn't returned, Greg threw things at home to vent his emotions. This scene happened to be seen by Bray, who was helping with work. Seeing Greg running into the distance alone, Bray put down his tools and followed him to the riverside. After some conversation, he learned that Greg was angry because his invention didn't succeed. Then he showed Bray the automatic chicken feeder he had invented. Innocently, he wanted to sell this invention patent to subsidize the family so his mother wouldn't have to marry his boss, Tucker. Bray was a bit surprised after hearing this, not understanding why Greg had this idea.
She doesn't love him.
You sure about that?
Not like Dad.
To help Greg cheer up, Bray, as a top engineer, utilized his expert professional knowledge and soon helped him fix the machine.
It works.
But just as he solved Greg's problem, Missy came looking for him. It turned out she was worrying about her birthday party because her birthday was on the same day as the school beauty. The campus beauty's father was the richest man in town, so her birthday party would surely be far more extravagant. Because of that, she worried that her own party would end up feeling deserted. After hearing this, Bray asked her a simple question.
200 Instagram friends or 5 real ones?
5 real.
And are they coming here tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, then focus on having a good time with them.
Missy felt much better after hearing his advice, and the smile on her face began to brighten. Just as they were talking, Miranda appeared in front of them driving a brand new luxury car. It turned out that after spending time together last night, Tucker prepared a big gift for Miranda early in the morning. But Miranda not only didn't feel happy, but she also felt very guilty inside. She wanted to refuse, but didn't know how to explain. However, seeing Bray again, Miranda's face was full of embarrassment. At this time, Missy also sensed their subtle relationship. To leave them space to be alone, she hurriedly found an excuse to leave. But the more it was like this, the more awkward the scene appeared. They seemed to have something to say, but no one spoke. Then Bray said he was preparing to leave after finishing the last bit of work. Watching his receding back, Miranda finally came back to her senses.
Bray? I guess I just have been worried for so long that maybe I don't know how to be happy anymore.
Hey.
No, it's...
Hey.
It's fine. I'm fine. It's... just ignore me.
Look, there is something I keep meaning to talk to you about.
Just come to the party. Please.
All right.
But their ambiguous relationship was seen by Bobby inside the house. She was worried that Miranda would fall deeper and deeper, so she kindly advised Miranda, hoping she would cut off ties with Bray early. Because Bobby was also a widow, she knew deeply how difficult it was for a single mother.
I don't want it to be easy, but I do want it to be worth it.
She thought this matter was over, but at the birthday party the next day, just as everyone was immersed in happiness, Bobby suddenly rushed out.
Miranda, could I talk to you inside for a moment?
Sure.
After Miranda returned to the room, Bobby showed her a newspaper which published a patent for a green energy recovery system. This was the project Miranda's husband had researched before he died. Immediately, Bobby was certain that someone had stolen her son's idea. Miranda didn't believe it at first, but when Bobby opened the newspaper, she discovered that the person applying for the patent was Bray. It wasn't until this moment that she began to grow suspicious of Bray's sudden appearance. Grabbing the newspaper, she stormed out, determined to confront Bray face to face and demand an explanation. Seeing this, Bray wanted to explain everything. But the emotional Miranda said nothing and slapped him directly. But Bray still told Miranda the ins and outs of the matter vividly. He met Miranda's husband by chance 5 years ago. They quickly became close friends who talked about everything and cooperated to develop an energy recovery system together. But just as they were about to overcome the last difficulty, Miranda's husband unfortunately died in a plane crash. Years later, Bray had overcome the difficulty, and the patent was successfully approved. He wanted to tell Miranda the good news in person. But the first time he came, only her son Greg was at home, so Bray had to return to the hotel. Coincidentally, he was rear-ended by Miranda on the way back. When he returned here again, he wanted to hand over the patent materials to Miranda directly. But seeing the family's situation, Bray couldn't bear to uncover their scars again. He finally decided to help repair the car first, and then find a suitable opportunity to explain things clearly. But until he left, he didn't find this opportunity. So when he left, he put the materials in Miranda's mailbox, but he didn't expect the mailbox to be blown away by the typhoon that night. Although Bray explained repeatedly, Miranda, who was still in a fit of anger, couldn't accept the scar of her husband's death being ripped open again. Therefore, they finally parted on bad terms and returned to their respective lives. Until one day, when the family drove past a pond, Greg found the mailbox that had been blown away by the wind. Soon, everyone worked together to fish it out. When Miranda opened it, she indeed found the invention patent inside. Only at this moment did Miranda realize she had really wronged Bray. It turned out he not only didn't steal her husband's invention, but also gave them all the patent bonuses. Just on a certain day not long after, Miranda received a package containing a new invention patent and a check for the bonus. Miranda was shocked. She immediately checked the bills and calculated carefully. This money could not only solve the current debts, but also ensure they had no worries about food and clothing in the future. Immediately after, Miranda held a family meeting. She announced the good news to the children and also expressed that it was wrong for her to accept Tucker's proposal without everyone's consent. The children were also very sensible, expressing that they would always support their mother's choice and hoped she could find true happiness. Not long after, Miranda made a brave decision. She summoned up the courage to push open Tucker's door, then walked firmly to Tucker and placed the engagement ring and car keys on the desk. Seeing this, Tucker also understood everything.
I'm sorry, Tuck. I can't do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Thought you want to yell at me or something.
Want to change your mind?
No. But I think you're wonderful.
Right back at you.
Thank you.
After breaking up with Tucker, Miranda traveled a long way to Bray's estate. She rang the doorbell full of anticipation, but when she saw a woman open the door, her heart sank to the bottom. However, unexpectedly, that woman recognized Miranda at a glance.
You're Miranda?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm his sister, Jennifer. I've heard so much about you.
You have?
Yes! And he's probably knocking on your front door right now.
After learning the situation, Miranda quickly drove back. At this time, Bray did the same thing. To meet faster, they communicated by phone and decided to meet at a motel halfway. Just like this, they drove towards each other while chatting on the phone. Finally, a few hours later, they saw each other at the destination. Since then, they formally established a relationship. Not long after, Miranda's family moved into Bray's estate, starting their happy and carefree life.